Our next guest is Dr. Darryll Pines, and he serves as the president of the University of Maryland, as well as a Glenn L. Martin Professor of Aerospace Engineering. He's been at the University of Maryland for almost 30 years, and he's dramatically elevated the school's rankings and its stature both nationally and internationally, including University of Maryland's recognition as one of the world's very top quantum institutions. Dr. Pines has been a staunch advocate for quantum and recognizing the transformative benefits that will accrue to regional, national, and global interests, and from responsibly accelerating this sector. And Dr. Pines has also been a very strategic partner and friend and wise counselor for us at Quantum World Congress in developing of this annual convening here. So with no further ado, please welcome Dr. Darryll Pines.
Good morning, everyone. It is really fantastic to be here once again at the Quantum World Congress and have the opportunity to discuss technology and all of the quantum leaps that are helping us realize its full potential. Again, my name is Darryll Pines, and I'm the president of the University of Maryland, College Park, and also a professor of aerospace engineering. When I was here last year, I asked everyone in this room to close their eyes. I'm not going to make you do that this time. And imagine what future could look like in the next few decades if we pursued a vision of quantum for all, meaning a pursuit of quantum that leads to personalized health plans for every patient, that makes sure our most sensitive information and data is impenetrable to hackers, and provides the next generation of monitoring and caretaking of our environment. And today, I thought I would talk about some of the ways that the University of Maryland and its researchers and its partners are continuing to work towards making that future a true reality. First, let's talk a little bit about the resources worldwide we are bringing to bear upon quantum. As you can see from this chart, quantum has truly become a worldwide pursuit and is firmly in what should be called the age of quantum 2.0. Globally in 2022, there was approximately $30 billion or more of investments in this space, with about $1.2 billion of investments in research across the United States in 2022. Quantum attracts that level of investment, of course, because of how many different domain spaces it could potentially impact. From biology and chemistry to finance, autonomous vehicles, and encryption, there are few places in STEM and STEM professions that won't be touched by quantum science, technology, information science, and engineering. And that's why we, at the University of Maryland, remain at the center of a dynamic ecosystem known as what we call the capital of quantum. This map shows the value of our strategic location geographically between Baltimore and DC, and surrounded by the world's leading technology and research organizations in our region, and in some cases in our nation, and in some cases in the world. It's an incredible location for us. We also have been capitalizing on our own tremendous resources that we have put into our own ecosystem for quantum. To date, we have been in quantum for about 35 years, doing quantum science and research with many, many partners. Our biggest partner has been over the years, NIST. We have now over 200 plus quantum researchers at College Park, and we publish about 200 publications on an annual basis. Our physics department is ranked #2 among public institutions in quantum physics. We graduate 100 plus graduates over the last decades with PhDs in quantum science, quantum computer science, information science, and in quantum engineering and technology. And we are really pivoted or foundationally supported by our Nobel laureate, a distinguished university professor, Dr. Bill Phillips. Now, we are continuing to build bonds outside of our own organization through the Mid-Atlantic Quantum Alliance. You can see here that the wide array of partners include folks from government, academia, industry, and not-for-profits. And we're just getting started in terms of who we look to collaborate with in our state, in our nation, and internationally. So that is our vision for quantum and the resources we are deploying to reach it. Now I'll talk about some of the exciting research that is beginning to make a difference and turn quantum into some form of reality. First, let me talk about the quantum diamond microscope, which comes out of our Quantum Technology Center and its founding director, physics and electrical engineering and computer engineering professor, Ron Walsworth. Now, the quantum diamond microscope, or what we call QDM, provides exquisite sensitivity and resolution for mapping patterns of magnetic and radio frequency fields from a wide range of items that it interrogates. It's robust and easy to use, with images that can be analyzed by artificial intelligence algorithms to further enhance the information for the user. Now, here is a diagram of how it actually functions. As you can see, a sample is placed in close proximity or direct contact with a diamond chip that has a dense layer of quantum defects known as nitrogen vacancies, color centers, or NVs. These NVs are very sensitive to the local environment, and when energized by a green light source, produce a red fluorescence image that can be easily converted into something like a detailed magnetic field map of, say, a rock. Trained neural networks can then be used to assess the QDM images, and the QDM can also assist in mapping current flow in electronics. Now, this image shows QDM examining a dollar bill that many of you have in your wallets or in your purses right now. Since the ink, you probably didn't know, of US currency is actually magnetic, it has a spatial resolution of about 1 micron, which is 1,000th of a millimeter. The QDM is unique in its capability and useful to many applications, not just a better version of something that already exists, and it actually has no real competitors at a wide field of magnetic microscopes development. It's cheaper, faster, and higher sensitivity at this resolution. It images vector magnetic fields, and it does not damage the sample that it's interrogating. Now, this slide shows an example of QDM application in earth science, as it has become a leading technology to the study of very aged grains inside of rocks that can provide key information about the origin and history of the Earth. This was actually done in a paper that showed up in Science magazine in 2020. The startup company called Euclid is also applying the QDM and AI image analysis for non-invasive monitoring of three-dimensional current flow in electronic systems such as integrated circuits. This unique capability will meet a critical need for non-invasive quality control during the fabrication of the next generation of chip technology. We are also seeing success with quantum photonics and advancing sensors and communication systems. Electrical and computer engineering professor Dr. Saikat Guha is doing all sorts of exciting and interesting things in this field. For example, his research has demonstrated how quantum processing can increase the reliability of optical communications to what he calls super additive communications capacity. This means that deploying quantum-equipped receivers on the ground could help deep space laser communications have higher data rates and need fewer peak power laser pulses. It's a really exciting field and has great promise. Other research is showing how quantum imaging could increase the resolving power of large telescopes by several fold and reduce the size of ground and space telescopes. In the far upper right image of this chart, you will see the truth of the diagram in terms of the resolution, and the red dots are related to the quantum analysis that's been done that really overlays with very great accuracy to the actual truth of the resolution of the two dots. So quantum actually enhances the image processing. And by creating something called squeezed light, We could build higher resolution photonic sensors with all sorts of applications, from enhancing gravitational wave detection to better identifying malicious attacks in optical networks. So again, some exciting work going on leveraging quantum photonics. Next, I want to talk about the work on quantum internet and the effort to create devices, networks, and endpoints that will make it all happen. This work is led by two colleagues, Dr. Ito Walks of Electrical and Computer Engineering and Dr. Tripti Sinha from our Division of Information Technology. The Mid-Atlantic Region Quantum Internet, or MARQUIE, network seeks to connect quantum nodes and lead the way toward a quantum internet, a goal that will provide unconditionally secure communications and unprecedented precision on ultra-powerful computers. Here are two examples of the building blocks being created for the quantum internet. On the left of this chart is a quantum modem, which will be the interface between trapped ion quantum computers and optical fibers. On the right side of this diagram are quantum routers, which are powered by silicon photonics. At the same time, this group is working to make compact chip-based devices like this modem on the upper left. One important note here is that this technology represents a 10 times reduction in power consumption, a key attribute as we continue to search for ways to responsibly power these new waves of development. I am also proud to announce that today is leading to a new company that will commercialize these products. Founded at the University of Maryland, and with a name that's still pending, its mission will be to develop quantum networking devices like the ones that I just showed you that connect quantum endpoints and enable the transmission of qubits over long distances. Our network of photonics research, and also coming together in a Center for Quantum Network starting this fall, which is going to harness multiple universities, in fact 9 universities are partners, and companies to develop the entire stack of technologies needed to build out what we're calling the quantum internet. So this is a really exciting National Science Foundation Engineering Research Center started by Dr. Saikat Guha that he's bringing to Maryland from Arizona State. We are seeing advancements also in quantum computing systems and research there too, which is where we started with research out of our labs that led to IonQ. I'm sure many of you saw maybe this paper in Nature earlier this year about a breakthrough in error correction. The University of Maryland, in partnership with many other academic institutions and a team that performed complex error-corrected quantum algorithms on 48 logical qubits, enhancing stability and reliability and pointing a way forward to the error correction problem, a really exciting domain that is limiting most technologies related to quantum computing. Research done in our National Quantum Laboratory, or what we call QLab, which was launched in partnership with IonQ, is also heading toward practical engineering and design applications for a wide range of fields such as aerospace, automotive, and biomanufacturing. The QLab team with aerospace engineers with quantum computing experts to study how hybrid classical quantum computing algorithms could accelerate and improve the fidelity of the computational fluid dynamics simulations that are critical to digital engineering designs and other aerodynamic efforts. These charts show a novel approach this team developed to maximize the available circuit depth on IonQ's all-to-all connected qubit hardware, making it possible to simulate CFD meshes on hardware available today that are very close to the sizes used in the real-world applications. It's another exciting development for the use of quantum computers for quantum computational fluid dynamics. So where do we go from here? So we are continuing to enhance our relationships with IonQ. That company is a revolutionary startup born out of our physics laboratory research and the first publicly traded software firm traded on the New York Stock Exchange, and also headquartered in our Discovery District. It is entering a new partnership announced today, press release came out of IonQ today, with the Applied Research Laboratory for Intelligence and Security, one of our 15 designated Department of Defense university-affiliated research centers in the country, focused on national intelligence issues. And we are signing a $9 million agreement to continue a partnership with IonQ to expand the Q Lab and make it accessible to anyone who wants to do computational work on IonQ quantum computers. So it's a partnership that's being announced today and extended, and we're super excited by that. We're also excited by the fact that ARLIS will work with IonQ to produce a new suite of secure quantum computers for intelligence applications. We are also searching for ways to integrate quantum into our curriculum. Next spring, our quantum science and engineering minor will officially launch, bringing together students and faculty from a host of disciplines and making sure that the next generation has experience in building quantum hardware as well as programming quantum computers. However, tomorrow, for many of our students, the quantum journey takes the step tomorrow. I hope some of the people in this room will be able to join us for our Quantum Leap Center Nexus, a day of networking, recruitment, and mentorship, where some of the brightest minds in the quantum space can come together and chart their future together. That happens tomorrow at College Park at the University of Maryland. And end on the notion of being fearless in our journey to chart a pathway for our collective quantum future. So from computing and photonics to networks and sensors, the University of Maryland is making sure that the capital of quantum is at the center of the drive, determination, and resources needed to take on the grandest challenges of our time for the betterment of society. And we are excited to be in partnership with many of you. This is a wonderful time to be in this field. Thank you so much.